It's the time of year when we're going to a lot of parties. Hello and welcome to WJTS-Inform, and hopefully the advice that you find today you can use throughout the year as you go to different parties and different events. I'm Bill Potter, your host, and joining me in the studio is Jan Dougan. Jan is the Extension Educator for the DuBois County Extension Service. Hello, Jan. Welcome to the show.
Well, hello, Bill.
Okay, now we go to parties, and whenever we go to parties, there is varieties of food.
There certainly are.
Okay, we're going to talk about how much calories we may be eating and not really realizing it. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, before we start, though, I'd like to know, is there a recommended caloric intake you should have?
Yes, there is a recommended caloric intake, and it really depends upon if you're at a healthy weight or not. It depends upon your amount of activity that you do every day. So if individuals who are viewing would like to know more about calorie intake that's appropriate for their body type and their activity level, if they go to myplate.gov, that website, you can put in your height and your weight and select your activity level, and it will tell you about how many calories you should consume each day to have a healthy lifestyle and have a healthy body.
I'm going to tell you, I really have no idea how many calories I should be eating, but for some reason I'm thinking I remember seeing on the labels based on a
2,000 calories.
Okay, I was going to say something 2,000 something. Okay.
Right. For the average person, the average adult person, that's what the nutritional labels that are on those labels, they're based on a calorie intake of 2,000 calories per day. So that's what you see. So, that's a good guide, but if you're a really active person, and depending upon the weight that you're at, you could have more calories per day.
Okay, but let's just take the average of 2,000.
Okay.
Okay,
all right.
Now, let's talk about different calories that we're going to be eating at parties. What's happening here?
Well, I've just got some information that I brought along that I thought the viewers would really enjoy hearing about, because sometimes when we're not mindful about our eating and we just eat a little bit here and eat a little bit there and not thinking about what we're doing, it really can add up. So let's say that we're baking cookies and a cookie broke and you said, oops, well, I'll just eat that piece of broken cookie. About how many calories do you think we might have consumed?
In a cookie,
Yeah.
I don't know, 100.
Well, in that particular piece, let's say there's 30 calories. So in a lot of cookies, there are about 100 calories. So there we've got 30 calories in that first taste that we've had during this day. And then we find that someone's brought in holiday candy to work, and it all looks so tasty. And so we need to have at least a piece of it. And I'm just going to have one small piece of, let's say it's peanut brittle. Okay. So you want to guess how many calories you think in one small piece of peanut brittle?
Well, small for me is about that big, but I would say probably what about that? I'm going to go 100 again.
Well, it's 80.
Hey,
80 calories,
close.
So you're close. So we've got 30 calories for the cookie, 80 calories for the peanut brittle, and then in the mid-afternoon we've had our lunch, but we need a little pick-me-up, and we're thinking about maybe picking up a sample that someone's offering, and let's say we've stopped in the grocery store to get something and they've got a spread that they put on a cracker and they're giving it to us to sample.
Okay.
So we've got about 40 calories there.
Okay, so we're at 170.
We are.
Now, really, we're at 170 additional calories to what you normally do in a day is what we're talking about,
correct.
Right? Because I've had calories for breakfast and for lunch.
That's right.
Does coffee have any calories?
Coffee black, no. No calories in coffee black.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you add milk to it, or if you, add simple flavoring that's a sugar-based flavoring, then you're going to add more calories.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Taste 4, the fast food place, is offering samples of their new holiday coffee. And so we get a little bit of that, about a fourth cup. How many calories may be in that?
Oh, I don't know.
It's
40.
coffee with a little flavoring.
I'm going to say 40.
It's 20.
20, okay.
Just 20.
All
We've
right.
got a fourth cup and just a little bit of flavoring in there. And then the next taste, still a couple of hours left in the day. We're going to head out to a holiday dinner, but we're thinking about those chocolate-covered cherries, and we're going to have just one of those to hold us over till dinner time.
I don't know anybody that eats just one of those, but okay, I'll go with one. I would say there's 60 calories.
You are absolutely right.
Bingo. Okay.
60 calories in a chocolate-covered cherry.
So when I eat 2 of them, that's 120.
You are so good on the math, and you don't even have a calculator with you.
I just did it in my head. I know, it's amazing.
So it was a great dinner party, but you're standing right next to the snack table before the meal starts. There's lots of great food around, and now you're into dipping your third chip into that dip because you're standing right there by the chips and dip, and you just can't pass it up. So you've had 3 chips and dip. About how many calories do you think you've had?
120.
75.
Okay. That's double
75, yeah.
Because I would be eating like 4 or 5 chips. That's why I did that. Okay.
And then, of course, at most holiday parties, we have some eggnog. How many calories do you think are in just 1/2 cup of eggnog?
100. 100 seems to be my number. I don't know.
There's 200.
200.
200 in 1/2 cup.
And a 1/2 cup of eggnog's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot of eggnog. No. So there's 200 calories. And so the hostess had a great meal. Just great meal. And you go into the kitchen and you're going to help clean up. And you notice in the sweet potato casserole, there's just maybe 2 tablespoons of candied sweet potatoes left. And, can't find a Tupperware to put those in. And so what do?
Might as well eat it.
Eat them.
Can't waste it.
So in just 2 tablespoons of candied sweet potatoes, how many calories do you think there are?
137.
60.
60, okay.
So only 60, but still. And then finally, you're helping the hostess with dessert, and it's peppermint stick ice cream. So, you're dipping it up in the dishes for everyone, and you're thinking, this looks like pretty good ice cream. I'm going to check and make sure that it's pretty good ice cream. And so you take a tablespoon of the peppermint stick ice cream, and boy, it is tasty. But how many calories in that 1 tablespoon?
80.
70, very close.
Because I was thinking 1 tablespoon is really not very much.
No, but it's probably a rounded tablespoon, don't you think, if you scoop the ice cream?
Right, sure, so that's a 80?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 70 calories there. So we've gone from having 9 tastes throughout the day. This doesn't include all the other food that we've eaten throughout the day. Just these little tastes that we've had during the day. And the total calories that we've had. Have you been adding this up in your head, Bill?
Not really, but I'm going to guess about 1,000.
Well, you're a little too high.
800.
A little too high.
500.
A little too low.
Okay, 600.
635.
Wow.
Okay, and these are
additional calories. We're not talking about just what you're eating with your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner.
Right.
Wow.
Right. These are just those little mindless eating that we've done all throughout one day, and we've actually gotten big calories throughout the day, extra calories, by taking those little bites and those little samples that we've had a total of 635. These are just tiny tastes. Our body, if we, on an average, an additional 3,500 calories above what our body needs, that's when we start gaining a pound of weight.
How much again?
3,500 calories.
Okay.
More than what our body needs per day, then we're going to gain weight. If we can cut back on 100 calories a day, by the end of an entire year, let's say we start January 1, and we start trying to cut back, and we just cut back 100 calories each day of what we normally eat. If we're maintaining our weight, we cut back 100 calories. By the end of next year, by the end of 2015, right? We will be 10 pounds lighter.
And we're talking 10 real pounds, not water loss.
That's true.
Which a lot of the diet things are, you can lose 10 pounds in a month. That's really, those aren't real pounds you're losing.
Right. This is really real weight that you've lost.
Just 100 calories?
Just 100 calories each day, cut back. And so when we think about what's in 100 calories, and I've got some items that are 100 calories. So if we would maybe select non-fat milk over whole milk, we would reduce our calorie intake. If we choose light yogurt made with no calorie sweetener, we would cut back our calorie intake. Maybe if we lighten up our omelets or scrambled eggs and use 4 egg whites instead of the whole egg, or a half cup of egg substitute. We could use Canadian ham, Canadian bacon instead of bacon and reduce our calorie intake for breakfast.
I didn't realize there was that much difference.
Yeah. So, you know, just simple ways that we could think about what we're eating and just cut back that 100 calories each day. You know, if you're a soft drink drinker, if you cut out a soft drink, you're cutting out more than 100 calories each day. So there are some things that we could look at, what we're eating and how we're eating, and we could reduce our caloric intake each day by 100 calories. In a whole year, we do that every day for the whole year, we'll be 10 pounds lighter.
And it really doesn't seem like much of a sacrifice, because if what was it, a tablespoon of peppermint ice cream was 80 calories.
Right.
Okay, let's say 2 tablespoons then. If you just give up 2 tablespoons of peppermint ice cream, don't put so much in your bowl, or just do without it. It can, that little bit can really make a difference.
Right, and we want people to enjoy the foods that they like. We want people to not have to give up any food that they really like. So, you know, just cutting back can really be a huge step forward.
Part of mindful eating.
It is part of mindful eating.
Think about what you're doing.
So throughout this holiday season, that can be helpful and help you prevent weight gain simply by being mindful of those tiny bites that we take throughout the day.
We're not saying don't enjoy the appetizers and all the extra food, just maybe don't take as much.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Jan, thank you very much for coming in.
Okay.
And happy holidays to you.
Same to you.
Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.